ball. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check. Fresno.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On first down, Procise. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey! Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm scared. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for... And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Steelers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Seibert on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Under 10.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's going to be a long day. 53 is the mic. 53.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 41 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mayfield looks to throw, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half.
42, Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
All right, now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action here on 1st down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 41 yards.
Steelers 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. C.J. Prosise with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Browns 42, Steelers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Steven Nelson on the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They go play action with Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
77. Hey, Delta. Middle. These 2. 58 the money. Watch the pass.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So we got man.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Here I come again.
Hey, wahoo! My touch!
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Slam.
Hey, alert!
Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check safety.
44. Hey, Zoo.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Too little, Cupcake. 44.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He's coming, double up. 90 is a mic. I'm coming for you.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
A run for Nick Chubb, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Switzer. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Mike, 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger is going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Recon, 132-5.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Complete outright to Kurtz. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check. Watch safety creep.
Snickers, 66.
Safety creep.
Ben to throw again. He's got Kurtz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Black and turn.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Quarter.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
Yeah, that's what I do.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. A give running right is Chubb. And some space here. Acott's right sideline and some space. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 47 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
A second down carry for Procise. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Black 20. Help out.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
We got three,
Now Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire